Hey, it's Lynn,
And this is Paul.
and we're along the way.
So today, our tip, and my wife named this, and I kind of like it. It's called Fire Starters. Actually, it's dealing with individuals who have a knack for starting fires in the church.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? So,
And how to effectively, um, in the first ministry, you were constantly running to this person, running to that person to put out fires before they became a problem. And we don't have to do that anymore to that extent. You know,
mm-hmm.
it certainly isn't taking up a lot of your time because you've learned some techniques to squelch those fires before they actually
Yeah,
start rumbling.
that's true. And this, like all of the other topics that we talk about, has many facets. Not everything at all that we can cover in a few minutes. But you do learn some things along the way. So one of those things is it takes experience. So if you're just starting out, it takes experience.
However, hopefully, you can learn some tips
Yeah.
from us who have had experience.
And I got one tip to start off with.
Okay.
Most emergencies in the church are not.
Mm.
And when you treat, because somebody comes to you with an issue that they're on fire about, and it just seems like the world's going to explode if you don't hose this down quickly, often what you end up doing is spreading the fire. You overreact, and in doing so, things just escalate and get out of control. Most emergencies are not.
They're an issue
Right,
that
but not
needs to be dealt with,
right.
but usually the other party involved doesn't even have a clue that they've been so offensive to somebody.
That's right. And isn't it true that when stuff like this happens, when those fires spring up, isn't it true that it's almost always interpersonal?
Mm-hmm.
It's some kind of relationship thing, or it's some kind of political thing, which still is relational. So, um, so in dealing with putting out fires, you're ultimately dealing with people, and so the first thing is don't overreact.
Mm.
Don't treat every supposed emergency as if it is one. When you're calm, it tends to calm the other person down.
Well, I remember saying to you in our first ministry, when so and so speaks to you, let them know you're going to pray about that
Mm-hmm.
first before you respond and come up with a off the top of the head thing. And that, boy, once you start telling those folks
Mm-hmm.
that you need to pray, it slowed down the burn that was going on.
Amazing advice. Partly because it's what we should be doing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we're confronted with any kind of dilemma or situation of any kind, we're the people of God. We need to go to Him for our direction and our wisdom and our discernment. So it was just awesome advice. But it also is a great teaching tool. It's discipling. You're helping the other person do the same thing. Uh, Sometimes, depending on the circumstance, you can pray right then with them. Sometimes what you're going to end up doing is praying silently in your own head. Lord, give me wisdom about this, and help me direct this. Paul says pray constantly and in the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those times where you make it an immediate matter of prayer. And if you're not sure where to go, you're best not to go anywhere except prayer. So just tell a person, you know what? Thank you for letting me know about this. I need to spend some time in prayer about it. Let me get back to you and see where we go with this.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that has done more um, to put out fires.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And again, you're responding in a calm way.
yeah.
You're not overreacting, and so you're not escalating. Um, and when people who come to you with those kinds of things know that you're going to pray, and then you get back to them like you told them you would, and you've prayed it through.
And you do get back to them.
That's right.
You can't ignore them.
That's right.
You get back to them.
Right. even those people that you might personally say to yourself, that's a problem person, you can't afford to treat them that way. They're part of the body of Christ. And even if you're not sure that person is a believer, they're going to your church. They have come to you with an issue. You told them you're going to the Lord about it, and you'll get back to them. Get back to them. Respect them.
Yep.
It's amazing how just treating a person with that level of respect will earn you respect. That also leads into other topics.
Yeah, but we, that limits our time.
It does.
For right now.
Yeah.
So
we hope it was helpful.
Yeah.
And
if you have any questions, comments you want to add, just put them in the comment section below.
Yeah. We help each other that way. When you put your comments in, you've had your own experiences. It's helpful to share that. So we're going to sign off at this point, and just remember, not every emergency that comes to you really is an emergency. Take it to the Lord, pray about it, get back to the people, and see what God does.
Absolutely. So thank you for all your time and your prayers. We covet them. We really appreciate all your prayers for this ministry. We ask that you would continue to pray, and if you have a need, come.
Yeah, we'd love to have you invite us to come to your ministry location, and whether it's for a day or a week or 2 weeks, everything from seminars to supply preaching, giving your pastor a vacation break. We love to come, and our desire is to do it at no cost to you.
And the other side of that is too, some things can be handled through email and phone calls. So we want to make ourselves available for that eventually, and handle it as much as possible that way. Particularly where we're still working for another 1.5 years here full time.
That's right. Which also means we're not as free to hit the road yet as we will be once I officially retire.
It should be February 2022.
That's right. So, in the meantime, thank you for joining us, and thank you for going along the way with us. I said that wrong.
That's all right.
We just appreciate you so much, and we will see you down the road.
Bye-bye.
Bye.